Hey, it's a very good Glenn at defeatyourcravings.com. I hope you're all well today. I have a little bit of shocking news, and I'll start with the end of the story, which is that I'm fine. I have no significant medical damage from this event, but I did have a heart attack, three stents, and two angioplasties last week after 5 days in the hospital. I thought I was totally immune to this after having eaten so well for the last 18 years and having given up binging and worked so hard on these principles. My conclusion is, as was the doctor's conclusion, that I can't outrun my genetics. There were many men in my family, particularly on my mother's side, who had heart attacks in their late 30s and early 40s, very damaging heart attacks, life-altering heart attacks. I made it to 60, so I think that with my diet and exercise, I did manage to buy myself some more quality of life, a couple extra decades before I started dealing with this. What I did wrong was I was way too much in denial, thinking that diet and exercise made me immune to this. And as a consequence, I didn't see a cardiologist, which I probably should have given the genetic risks that I had. They might have put me on a blood thinner or some aspirin at least, and it might not have happened. But in many ways, it's a blessing in disguise because I now know that I have to work with the cardiologist and do those types of things. It's piercing my denial, but it causes me to want to double down on the defeat your cravings method, the rules and the refutations and all the things that I've written about for all these years. It makes me want to double down on that. And it would mean the world to me if that's how you interpreted this event rather than letting your food monsters interpret it otherwise. This is the very good Glenn Livingston. I'm not saying doctor today because I want to seem a little less authoritative. It's reflecting a little bit more humility just for today. Oh, just so you know. So I'm at home after 5 days in the hospital. I've been home for a couple of days. I'm just fatigued. Fatigued enough that I canceled my groups for the next couple of weeks. And so anybody who is in the paid program and has a deadline on their community access, I'm going to extend your time for 2 weeks so that you don't feel like you paid for a time where you couldn't get to talk to me in the groups. Anybody who's got individual sessions with me, I'm still doing them, albeit on the phone for the next couple of weeks. I'm in good spirits. I am feeling better day by day. I am taking it a little bit easier than I have for a long time, and I'm still a force to be reckoned with. You'll see just a little less of me for the next couple of weeks. I'm still going to publish some things you haven't heard yet. I've got a bunch of things queued up, so there shouldn't be any real pause in the podcasting or radio show or anything like that. My coaches are all covering for me for the group, so you still have access to a support group every day. And just bear with me for a couple of weeks while I get my energy back and get used to these medications. Okay? With that, I'll sign off for today. If there's any part of you that loves me just a little bit, what would mean the world to me is if you use this moment in time as an opportunity to step it up. Step it up for yourself, step it up for your loved ones, step up your compliance and your work and your food, and get the most you can out of life in honor of everything I've gone through. Okay? I'll talk to you soon.